Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another edition of the Genesis Podcast, brought to you by Beat Fact Music in association with Anchor FM. And just to let all of you know, coming soon to iTunes will be the Genesis Podcast, so stay tuned for that. More details coming in the next couple of weeks, so stay tuned for that. So let me get down to a topic that I had a conversation with a friend about, and this is Colin Kaepernick situation, which has pretty much been put to rest by the National Football League. As most of you know, he was supposed to have a scheduled workout November 16th in Atlanta in their practice facility with supposedly 25 teams or scouts or whatever, supposedly supposed to be present. It didn't happen. Colin Kaepernick and his representatives decided to move the scheduled workout to a school in Riverside, Georgia, 60 miles away from Atlanta. And apparently only 8 scouts showed up, or whoever the representatives of his team showed up. And pretty much the workout was done in front of an abundance of fans, a lot of people, and it just went, it went well pretty much with a couple of NFL receivers, unsigned NFL receivers, and, it was pretty much a good scene for him. Then he had a very interesting message for the commissioner. I just feel like this was a hoax from the start. I don't feel like there was any chance of this guy playing in the NFL. I mean, he had his own camera crew. The NFL said that they wanted to do their own camera crew, and then there was also restrictions, and there was also some paperwork that was supposed to be signed, releasing apparently or reportedly rights and all that stuff. But the bottom line is Colin Kaepernick did not receive a call or a whiff after this workout. So his last NFL game was December 1st, 2016. And as you know, there was a settlement last year he had with the NFL for bereavement or whatever it was, and received an undisclosed amount of money. When you're in this situation, the chances of you getting an opportunity to play in a league that play a sport that you love and play in a league that you want to be competitive in, the chances are very slim. And my thing is, you don't trust these guys. And this is my thing. This is my whole part here, this whole Colin Kaepernick situation is, Colin Kaepernick does not trust the National Football League. And the National Football League owners do not respect Colin Kaepernick. So in hindsight, we all knew that this relationship wouldn't work out. And obviously, as you could see the results, he's not playing on the team. Roger Goodell came out with a statement basically saying within the last 24 hours that they tried to give him a chance and they're moving on from him. That statement pretty much says that you have no intentions of signing him. You never had any intentions of signing him. And it's a very nasty thing, because it shows you how very devious businesses are. And anybody that works for any type of corporation knows this. But the higher consequences always come eventually in the future. So Roger Goodell, National Football League owners, you better be careful and really think about how you delegate this situation. If you guys really, really were serious about this situation, you could have just told the man, look, man, you're not playing in this league again. Instead of putting him through this whole rigmarole and through this whole sideshow. So, it's just interesting, and I just feel like this situation just got out of hand. But anyways, let's get down to some other sports stuff. Let's talk about the NBA for a bit. The Los Angeles Lakers playing tremendous basketball. Milwaukee Bucks representing the East playing basketball, tremendous basketball. Giannis doing what he's doing, and of course the Clippers staying afloat. Kawhi taking his games off, or Clippers, last night with a big win in Toronto. Kawhi receiving his ring and all that stuff, and fans showing him love and respect, which they should, and pretty much the rest is history. Clippers walked out with a 20-point win, and the Raptors have now lost 3 straight games at home. So hopefully the Raptors can figure it out, get their stuff together, and hopefully put together a series of wins and, reestablish themselves as a contender in the East. Because right now, if you look at that Eastern Conference, it's pretty much a 3-team race. You got Milwaukee, Philadelphia, and Boston. So it's going to be tough, but all 3 of these teams are playing very well. So, it's just going to be a race to the finish, so watch out for that. Also, on the side note, quick side note, congratulations to Lamar Jackson for breaking Michael Vick's rushing record. So I expect to see him on the cover of Madden 2020 next year. So Madden or fans, anybody that listens to this podcast, make sure that this man is that he's on the cover of Madden next year. And I'm sure that his speed, agility, all this stuff's going to be at 99. So it's going to be exciting, and I'm glad to see that the black quarterback is about to embark into some very, very interesting historical numbers. And more than likely the National Football League 2019 MVP. So congratulations ahead of time to Lamar Jackson, and NFL playoffs are upon us. For those of you that are playing fantasy playoffs, your fantasy playoffs are starting as we speak. So it's going to be a battle. It's going to be a grind. So, yeah. So that's my part on that. Now, a quick thing here. I had some people ask me about this situation. It is kind of sports related because it did happen at a Laker game. The Lakers Minnesota game, and the whole Lizzo situation, and everybody's talking about what she wore. It was inappropriate. It was on TV, and then she comes out and talks about she's always been like that. She tells people to kiss her ass and blah blah blah. At the end of the day, this is how it goes. It doesn't surprise me because she has the platform to do it now. I'm sure she's done worse and worn worse in public. Maybe not in public, but in a very settled scene. So now that she has all this notoriety, she's doing big things in music, she's doing a lot of, things, and she's got all this going. She uses this as a platform. Went to the Lakers game that night, had her butt out, her wide butt out, and most guys and women and people on social media just basically destroyed her. But let's just be real. That's not the biggest problem right now in America. So, in all hindsight, is it an appropriate thing for her to wear? Not really with kids watching, because, kids nowadays are watching a lot of these Laker games. Lakers are just doing their thing right now, only losing 3 games this year and potentially putting themselves in a good position to have home court throughout the playoffs. But nevertheless, Lizzo did her thing, and it's done. I think there's more important things to talk about, more provocative things that could be discussed, but it's not. So that's my take on that. I'm not going to say more on that. I just feel like it's an easy situation to talk about, and the way to talk about it is say, look, this is how it is. This is how society is. It's up to the Lakers organization or any building management to tell her, no, this is not appropriate, take it off. They didn't tell her to do it, so obviously it's not a problem. Now, to other news, just quickly before I end this very, very short podcast, myself and my brother B Enigma, we're coming out with another project, Demo Sessions Volume 2, so keep your eyes on more advertisements. Advertisements will be available on Twitter, DJ_Briscoe. So look out for that. Also, DJ Briscoe on Instagram. There'll be some stuff out too. So look out for that. It's coming out. The project it's on its way. Something that we've been working on for a minute. We're excited about it. There's a lot about this project that's going to be amazing, so stay tuned for that. And I just want to thank everybody who listened to this short podcast. Once again, this podcast is brought to you by Beat Fact Music in association with Anchor FM. Any questions or anything like that, there will be an email address or anything like that at the bottom of the page. This podcast will be on YouTube. New chapter. So NUCHAPTOR. So that's about that. And also coming soon, coming to iTunes. So stay tuned for that. So there's some surprises coming. Anyways, everybody, take care of yourselves. Have a great day. Stay safe. Guidance and blessings. Peace.